are live here for episode three, season 4 here, the longest running and #1 high school football show in the state of Kentucky and southern West Virginia. So as we're sitting here, guys, getting ready, it is trying to get the sound. We should be good on the sound, but we as we get ready to get started here, you got a lot of stuff to talk about here as we are going to go over last week's games, and then we're going to get you prepared for this week. But a lot of stuff on task as the I-75 shooter is caught.
How did they get caught?
The Fred and something else McCoy, can't remember her name. They run the Hatfield McCoy Museum out of Casey County. No, they ain't located right here. They're located out west in Casey County, so they're really not Hatfield and McCoys, but they capitalized on the Hatfield McCoy name, and
so they're not really a part of
no, they're not really a part of it, but these two, Fred is a former state trooper. His wife is a middle school teacher or preschool teacher. Okay. And they met, and the couple decided they wanted to go on a date night. So their date night ended up. It wasn't the most usual date, we can say. Yeah. They ended up saying, we're going to go, $35,000 is on the line to find this guy, dead or alive. So they went after the $35,000. And
so they got it, didn't they?
Yeah. So let me tell you what they did. You know, this is how simple and how in the world the cops didn't figure this out. I don't know. They went and they said, let's follow the vultures. And they seen like 50 vultures in an area, so they started tracking out to it. And it was right around, it wasn't far from where he done the shooting. Right. And they ended up, which credit, the cops,
they was in the area though.
Yeah, the cops was in the same area. Right. But it probably took a little while for the body to decompensate. Absolutely, and stuff, and then the vultures come. Right. So, but they followed the vultures, and we're going to sit here and look at the moment. Guys, if you got kids, turn away. We're going to take a moment whenever they found the body, and this lady does her best DJ Tanner from Full House.
You found him? Oh, my Lanta. I'm coming. Oh, my Lanta, you found him? He's deteriorated. Oh, my Lanta. Oh, my Lanta. Ow, sticker bars. Oh, gosh, look. Oh, gross.
And just a tough situation there, but I tell you, this lady right here, she's going to capitalize on my Lanta.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, what in the world is my Lanta?
It was something that DJ Tanner said on the old Full House shows. Okay. They had Stephanie and DJ. Yeah. Well, DJ would always say my Lanta instead of saying my God. Okay. And then later on, it got another comeback in that movie. Was it The Ringer with Johnny Knoxville, where you had the special ed kids in the Olympics? He went and yeah. And that kid on there said my Lanta. And, so this lady right here, she's gonna be a rich woman. I'll sell T-shirts for that.
I wrote that down. Like, what in the world is my Lanta?
Well, and the interesting thing is, if you listen to the whole video, it's 30 minutes long. She's like, he's like, hey, I can't remember her name. He's like, hey, Susie or whatever said, you're going to have to get it this time. I got the flu and my nose ain't working quite as good as it used to. And credit her, whenever they got close, she said, the wind just blew, and she said, I just got a whiff of it. And so through it, she was like a hound dog. Literally, like she was leading him where to go, and she's like, go to the left, and she was telling him where to go. This couple right here, I have a feeling this ain't their first time.
Right. That's pretty neat, though.
Yep, so got a lot of people tuning in here. Guys, want to thank you guys for tuning in as we want to start tonight's show with UK versus Georgia.
Yeah.
This game right here came down, what was the final, 16-13?
Like 13-12, wasn't it?
Yeah, 13-12.
13-12. We was wrong when we picked them. We said that Georgia would beat UK as much as they wanted. Well, UK come out and gave us a dog fight, And, coming away from the game, I think a lot of Kentucky fans feel worse off than as if would have rather got beat by 100, in that game. But this boys fought their tails off, man, and one heck of a ball game.
I was excited. I got to watch it, and I was excited, man, just to see him competing like that and coming back off of an embarrassment loss and stuff, because I knew there was just a better team all the way around. But, I think Coach Stoops challenged everybody in the program. Yeah. And they came and they, just like I thought, they came and responded. And that was some interesting comments that came out from head coach there at Georgia and stuff about the quarterback. He was like, he left this program better. When he left this program better than when he got here, and that was very interesting. Like it was some good stuff he was saying about the QB, and man, this just tell you what type of person that kid is, man, and it showed. So that was pretty nice little comments that he said about the quarterback at Kentucky.
I still don't know if Vandergrift's any good or not.
After he played number one team in the nation like that.
Well, he really didn't play great.
I thought he did.
It was
putting up good points.
But he controlled the game. And then again, he can't catch the ball. He can't block for everybody. He got to do what he can do. And I thought,
no, that's what I'm saying. Now, I just don't know because of our line. I don't know if he's any good or not still because I think that DSK, the running back, was the one that really drove the team in that one. He had a magnificent game.
Yeah.
But when you look, listen, the thing that I didn't like was a couple things, and we'll get into the play calling here in a minute. But I didn't like that Stoops made the remark, even yesterday in the press conference, said that if he has a 60-yard field goal, the backup kicker is coming in and kicking it because he has a crazy leg.
Yeah.
When Rayner, we wouldn't have been in that game with him, and if he would have had a 60-yard field goal, I would have flipped my lid if anybody else would have got to kick it besides Rayner, because that kid,
but his leg isn't that big though.
Well, he kicked a 55-yarder.
Yeah, but there's a difference. A 5-yard difference. It's a lot of difference.
But they're also though. There's something in the clutch gene too, and he didn't miss a field goal. It was like every game. I didn't doubt one. I
was very impressed with special teams, especially kicking game.
Oh, I agree, and if that one fumble would have went our way.
Oh yeah, or interception. Interception for a touchdown.
Yeah, when it come up, popped up. But
that is the Bear Bryant curse.
Yeah.
You know why I know? Because I had an opportunity to secure a fumble. I think it was Mark Ingram fumble. We was playing down in Alabama.
Yeah.
He fumbled the ball. I went to go pick it up and it bounced. Of course it was bouncing crazy. Went out of bounds. Alabama ball. We got beat 17-14. And I had so many messages that I had the Bear Bryant curse. So when you don't get something, they call it the Bear Bryant curse.
Well, it definitely. We had it the other night. And
right.
My question coming out of the game is: will Kentucky ever win a game like this against a top 1 to 5 team in the Stoops era? Because there was 2 plays in particular I want to talk about. One of them, I was going crazy before halftime. When there's 9 seconds left, I think we was on like the 18-yard line or something, and it had a first down, and he didn't at least take one shot. Probably could have took 2, but at least one shot in the end zone. when you're playing a team like Georgia, you don't knock off a team like Georgia unless you take chances.
Yeah, you got to take chances. That's how we beat them like we did. Coach Brooks was a guy, he didn't care. We was gonna fake punt it. We was gonna take shots.
Well, that brings me to the end of the game. The end of the game, 4th down. You're on the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
4th down. Your defense had played 4th and 8. He said if it was 4th and 7, he would have went for it. Now that's 1 yard. As good as that defense was playing, what's that say to your defense that you don't have faith in them? And the second thing is, you don't beat a team like Georgia unless you take shots.
You got to take shots. Listen, you can ask Coach Sammons and Coach Shep and them, like, if we're past the 50-yard line offense and it gets a 4th and 5, 4th and 10, we're going for it.
Yeah,
because here's the thing, I'm either going to push you back some more without taking the opportunity to get a bad snap, or not only that, or kicking the end zone, you come back up to the 30 or whatever it may be, or I'm gonna throw a pick or whatever, and you're gonna pin you on the 5 or whatever it may be. Like it just works out in our favor, I think. And then if not, they just stop us. Period. Then we're right there. We're gonna rely on the defense.
That's it. That's it. Have faith in your defense.
Yeah.
And when you seen him punt it, it was almost like we wasn't trying to win the game, and whenever, at the end of the day, he didn't only do that, then he punted it, and then he didn't call the timeout before the 2-minute warning.
That's what got me. He lost 12 seconds there.
Yeah.
And it's tough. Like, I do think that they need some better game management, but I'm not a college coach. But
it's been Stu's whole career.
It's been his whole career. I do have to admit
his
that.
His clock management is horrible.
And it has, you got all them coaches there within the program. Design somebody to handle that or can control that. If you're not making it, do it on your own. But that has to be fixed, because you're not going to beat a team like Georgia or anything like that with the time management.
No, you got it with 19 seconds left. When I promise you, now everybody in Kentucky is going after Stoops because of that. Do you think one person in Kentucky would have had a bad word to say if we would have went for it and didn't get it?
Oh no!
Exactly.
No.
So it's a win-win.
Yeah, it's a win-win. That's what I know. Yeah, I agree.
Not only that, you would have probably put the pressure on the officials. They would have probably called a pass interference in that situation.
I totally agree.
It blew my lid, man, because that was a win that would have changed Kentucky football forever.
I agree.
And it was right there, and we dropped it.
Yep, I agree, man, and. I think it would have changed Stoops' era.
Yeah,
because the Brooks era, the Brooks boys, we've been there, done that.
Y'all won big games.
Yeah, we beat number 1 LSU. We beat Georgia like that. Yeah. We've done that. So I think the Stoops era. I don't know. He gets a lot of good.
We have started beating Florida. We beat Tennessee, so we've got over that hump. But now it's starting to digress.
Well, but you got to understand this too. The Floridas and the Tennessees that he's beaten, then was the down teams.
Yeah.
Imagine trying to play the teams that we play.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying. So I don't really put him in that category with Coach Brooks. And I never have, because it's 2 different eras and 2 different teams. When we beat Georgia, they had Matt Stafford, they had AJ Green, Muhammad Massaquoi, they had Noshawn Marino. I can go on and on and on. So those teams that were beaten, or that we was beaten in the Brooks era, is totally different. That's why I always say they need to give Coach Brooks the love that he deserved, because he done a lot and really didn't get that knock.
No, people don't ever think of Coach Brooks that it's almost like he was a placeholder coach.
Yes,
and don't realize the games that he won. Now Stoops, what he's starting to do now is digress.
Yes,
now we did own South Carolina. We owned Missouri.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then when we would get our 10 and 8 win seasons is when we would knock off a Florida or a Tennessee.
Yep.
And we was already owning Missouri and South Carolina.
Right.
Now we're not doing that. So
I think Beamer got our number now.
Yeah, he does. That's what I'm saying. So Stoops, I hope things end up well this season, because I do think we're down to his last 2 years.
Yeah.
And
I agree. He was gone. He was gone last year.
Yeah.
If they would have let him bring Vince Merle with them, he was gone last year.
Yeah, Texas A&M.
Yeah, he was gone. I mean, and I don't blame him for not leaving because I'm not leaving my big dog.
No. I mean, Vince. I don't even know if Stoops leaves. Whoever, it's probably in the paperwork that the new coach is going to have Vince on the staff. Because
I would, or I'd name him.
I
name him that. You're right. I name him the head coach if not, but anyway, I don't. I think that he made a great decision by not going because you're only good as your assistants.
Yeah, and Stoops does a great job at keeping us in games we shouldn't be in a lot of times because of his play calling. It's almost like he's always. We know that we're never going to win a huge game because he's always going to be conservative.
Oh yeah. So, absolutely.
But either way, the man does deserve a statue. Listen, name a street. What he's done for Kentucky football, no coach has ever done. He's the best coach in our area.
He's all-time wins coach in Kentucky football history. So, I mean, he's doing that. He's that for a reason.
Yeah, that's it. So, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to get into some area stuff. So, make sure you let them comments come. We'll make sure we read them when we come back. Let us know what you want to talk about and where you're watching from in the comment section below. You're watching Crunch Time with David and Darryl. If you've recently had a loved one pass, bring them to Hall & Jones Funeral Home in Burgee, Kentucky. We let you grieve in peace instead of worrying about a heavy financial burden of burying a loved one. Here at Hall & Jones, we have multiple chapels that can accommodate any size family. We look forward to helping you and your family here at Hall & Jones.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the Southern Coalfields.
For any of your financial needs, we encourage you to stop by one of our 5 convenient locations or apply online today at lbnt.com.
Whether you choose to stop by or visit us online, our team is here to help you every step of the way.
Buying a new home, expanding your business? Choose Logan Bank and Trust. Let's bank together.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Come on down to Three Guys Pizza and Brew in Williamson, West Virginia. We're located on the corner of Harvey Street and 3rd Avenue. We got great deals on pizzas, sandwiches, and more. You get great service with great pricing. Enjoy your birthday or ball games with us here at Three Guys Pizza and Brew. Look forward to seeing you. And we are back here. You're watching Crunch Time with David and Darryl here. Producer KJ on the mic, David Jones, Darryl McCoy, as we get rolling here. A huge week in high school football, but first, before we get into some of the games, we want to release the Double Quick Player of the Week. Let's see what we got here, Producer KJ.
Player of the week is Jace Manning of Fairview. He was 30 of 53 for 541 yards, 7 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, a rushing touchdown, 7 tackles, and the tackles for loss. They beat Morgan County 60-50.
Oh, wow.
They beat an undefeated Morgan County team 60-50. They come back in the second half, 40 down in the second half, come back and won 8 touchdowns, 500 yards, David.
Hold on. He had 541 yards in one game passing.
Yep, and 8 touchdowns.
All right. We got to talk to the DB coach. No, I'm not even exaggerating. We got to talk to the DB coach.
He's a sophomore.
We got to talk to that DB coach. Or holler at me, man. Let me study your film or something. Because if you was playing man-to-man, get out of it.
Well,
God, that is unreal.
There's going to be some records fall with this young man.
Wow.
I mean, 8 touchdowns.
And if I'm not mistaken, Morgan County, that's who Tug plays, right?
Yeah. So,
Preston May might have a field day.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, listen, if I'm heading forward, I'm begging for this film.
Yes, I need that like today.
Yeah, absolutely, but incredible. Normally we wait till Sunday, Monday till we get to Stats In to do double quick player of the week. But whenever that stat line come across,
it's no brainer. You ain't gonna find no stat line like that. I'm thinking like, okay, all together, but 540 something. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Man, Coach Shep would probably fire me because I coach the DBs.
Yeah.
And I promise you, he'd probably fire me. Ain't no problem. So he'd be like, bro, like, we cool and all, but I got to take over this.
Well, in the statistical leaders, he went from being not on the list to being number one on the list.
Yeah, I guarantee it.
In one game. So,
I guarantee it. My goodness.
Incredible. But
congratulations, man.
Wrapped up the double quick player of the week. Now let's look at the Mingy beef jerky primetime performers.
Elijah Hankins, 6 of 12, 231 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick, 6 carries for 63 yards and a touchdown as Russell beat McGoffin County 38-0. Andrew McCutcheon of Betsy Lane, 33 carries, 362 yards, 4 touchdowns, also had a 58-yard receiving touchdown as Betsy Lane beat Knott Central 48-12. Dylan Vance, Mingo Central, 8 carries, 108 yards, 3 touchdowns, a receiving touchdown, 10 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 fumble recoveries, 1 for a touchdown as Mingo Central beat Liberty Raleigh 46-20. And Caden Vance of Westside was 22 of 34, 250 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. He also carried the ball 27 times for 113 yards and 4 touchdowns as Westside beat Man 35-21.
Listen, when you sit there and look, first of all, Russell surprising everybody. Andrew McCutcheon broke a school record, broke Reese Music's record for yards in the game by a running back. And then Caden Vance, of course, had himself a field day against Man. But Dylan Vance may be the most impressive one on here because he done it in every phase of the game. I mean, defense, offense, it don't matter. Right. This kid, when he got the ball, he was going to the house.
Oh yeah, yeah. Dylan, he actually had 5 touchdowns. One got called back. One got called back or whatnot. But Dylan Vance, he's no surprise to, of course, the West Virginia side. Yeah. For the past 3 years, he's rushed over 1,000 yards. So he's one of those guys. He's also he's our kicker. He's Mr. Do-It-All for us and stuff. And I told y'all, everybody at the beginning of the year, this is his year. Yeah. It's just going to be a more breakout year for him because, he didn't have to take a step back for anyone else that was in front of him. He's the big dog now. So, he does a great job leading our younger guys like Bam and Davion Joplin. He does a great job leading them guys and just showing them what to do and all that good stuff.
Well, it's got to be a pleasure to have him out there because it don't matter whether he's getting the rock or whether he's a decoy. The defense is focused on him.
Oh, you got to.
Yeah.
You pick your poison.
Yeah.
You got to focus on him. If you don't, you want to focus on one of our other athletes. then you got him. And then not only that, you focus on him or whatever. Here come Bam. Bam will make you shifty out of your shoes too. It's a great problem to have here.
Well, producer KJ and Coach May, there are Mingo Central announcers here. What Dylan Vance done the other night, that was a true shocker. How fun was it to watch that performance?
Oh, it was absolutely, man. He was in the backfield playing defensive end a lot, didn't he? He was in the backfield in the quarterback's face. If he wasn't getting a sack, he was in his face all night long.
Yeah, and he even had that defense touchdown where he recovered it in the end zone.
Yeah. I think that's the one they called back. I don't know. It was a long.
No, that was stood.
It was a long night. No, one of them they called back, said it was a safety. Said it was a safety or something like that. They changed. It was, I don't know, but. Either or, he did his thing.
Yeah, had a hell of a day.
Yes, he did.
So as you sitting there, guys, we got David Thompson, Coach David Thompson of the Tulsa Rebels tuning in.
Hey, congratulations, Coach, man. I've been a big fan of yours since you got there. and you have literally been grinding and doing it the right way, man. I'm just ecstatic that you're one of my friends, man, and I've been rooting for you this whole time, and great to see what you're doing now. And you know, they say patience is everything, and my man there's been patient. He's took his lumps, and I'm gonna tell you, this is a tough-nosed Tulsa team.
Well, he's got the Rebels
they're back to that Tulsa, that hard-nosed Tulsa team, and they play the heck out of Wayne now.
Played Wayne close,
absolutely.
Dominated the teams that they're supposed to beat.
Absolutely.
They are back to respectability.
Absolutely, man. Congrats, Coach, man. I'm rooting for you all the way, man.
David Dotson says, D&D best sports-related show around. Appreciate that, David Dotson, more than you know.
Yep, that's my pal.
Jason Blair says, conservative play only gets you so far. Said, got to take risks sometimes. Agree.
Yeah.
Roger Bright says, love watching D&D Sports, best show around. Appreciate you, Roger Bright. Yeah, the big fans of Roger Bright as he keeps us updated on all the stuff going on in Logan County. And David Thompson says, thanks for the kind words, Coach.
No problem, man. Anytime. Well deserved.
It was. And as we move on here, I'll tell you what, let's take a break. And when we come back, before we get into this week's scoreboard, we will release the top 10. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
And then we'll go over next week's games in the second hour. Come right back and join us here on Crunch Time.
If you're injured in a car wreck, don't delay. Give me a call today, Justin Markham. Here at Markham Law Office, we will fight for you. Don't settle for a handshake and a small check from the insurance companies. Give us a call. Don't take on the big insurance companies alone. We will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Here at Markham Law Office, you're more than a client. You're family, and we take care of family. Give me a call. Justin Markham, attorney at law.
If you're looking for an award-winning tire shop that focuses on customer service, that's family-owned and family-operated, stop by and see our friends Jeremy and Chasta at Punk's Tires. If you have a hectic work schedule and you're looking for a non-stressful, convenient way to buy tires, take advantage of Punk's Tires Appointment Saturdays. If they don't have the tire you're looking for, they guarantee it to have it the next day. Punk's Tires can take care of all your needs in tires, wheels, wheel alignments, brakes, rotors, minor mechanic work, and more. They'll treat you like family from the second you walk through the door. Come see us in Virgie, Kentucky, or give us a call at 606-639-TIRE. That's 606-639-TIRE.
Get ready to rev your engines and hit the trails on October 10th through the 13th at the 23rd National Trail Fest in Gilbert, West Virginia. With miles of award-winning trails, sanctioned drag racing, live music, and thrilling poker runs, there's nonstop excitement for everyone. Indulge in mouth-watering food and discover unique finds from our vendors. Located in scenic southern West Virginia, it's the perfect escape from it all.
And we are back here on Crunch Time with David and Darryl. David Jones, Darryl McCoy, and producer KJ on the boards as always, directing traffic. As we get started here, we see a lot of comments coming in. James Parker says, David, keep doing what you're doing on the mountain. We're proud of you. So,
appreciate it.
Got a ton of people starting to ease in here. Guys, hit that like and share button. Get these numbers up as we are doing it a little bit early tonight because before we go in the scoreboard, last week I didn't realize that it's got the rankings beside it. Yeah. So luckily producer KJ caught that. But we're going to do the top 10 this week, and this is one that I got a few things that I'll be upset with. So let's take a look at this.
Number 1, Johnson Central, 16 votes. Ashland, number 2, 6 votes. Greenup County went up 2 spots to number 3. Hazard stayed at 4. Belfry moved up 3 spots to 5. Boyd County up a spot to 6. Raceland dropped 4 spots to 7. Wayne up 2 spots to 8. Pikeville up 2 spots to 9. Prestonsburg and Betsy Lane tied for 10th. Dropped out of the top 10 was Perry Central and Spring Valley. Others receiving votes was Tug Valley, Martin County, West Side, Leslie County, Spring Valley, and East Carter.
So Tug Valley's sitting right there at 11th as they're moving up. This week here is a bye week for them. So whenever you sit there and look at it, this is the first time ever that we've had a tie at 10.
Mm-hmm.
And you got Prestonsburg and Betsy Lane both sitting 4-0 at 10. They meet next week. If they can stay undefeated this week, that's going to be a huge
That'll be a huge game for sure.
But when you sit there, the one that I am irritated at is Perry Central didn't get a vote. I'm surprised. They lost to Bell County,
right?
But I'm surprised that they didn't get a vote because I think they're a really good football team.
Yeah, I see that too. But you gotta. I mean. Here's where I'm at. I think Belfry should be up there at 3. Hazard should be there at 4, and Greenup behind them.
See, myself, I think Greenup is, to me, the third. Right now, I don't think that they would beat Belfry, but I think right now.
Oh, I know they would.
I would put them ahead of Hazard. Just looking at their schedule so far,
I don't know about that. I think Hazard made their point, and they made their point against a really good Letcher team that we saw in person.
And that's a 1A school beating a 4A.
That's very, very hard in the state of Kentucky.
But let's see if we can pull up here and see.
Pull it back up. I can pull it back up.
So Greenup County, they beat Dawson Bryant out of Coe Grove, Ohio. I don't know what they are. They beat a very good Russell team. Then they beat a very good Portsmouth team. Then they go to Grayson and beat East Carter. It's to me. And listen, I got to watch that Hazard team. I'm going to praise them a lot whenever we get to their game. But they beat Martin County, Harlan, Paris, Letcher. Well, that's an impressive.
That's a very impressive.
It's impressive too.
It's more than Greenup. I mean, come on. Russell was struggling there some. They're still rebuilding. Who else did they have? East Carter struggling a little bit this year.
They had the 2 teams out of Ohio.
The 2 teams out. They're not that good. Yeah. I seen them last week. We was looking up stuff and whatever. But
Russell's pretty good. Russell's not bad.
Yeah, I think they're rebuilding. Though.
Yeah, they're in the second year of a rebuilding phase.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. Russell has beaten. They lost to Mason and Greenup, and then they beat South Point and McGoffin. So they're not great wins.
Right.
But whenever I don't know. I guess just going up there to Grayson, I think Greenup. If Hazard and Greenup played right now, I think I would take Greenup. But that being
depends where it's at. If it was in Hazard, I'd take Hazard.
It's almost
if it was at the farm, I'd take Greenup.
And I tell you this, Hazard in a game, people can say what they want about the home field advantage at Hazard. We all know it's there. But last week, calls didn't go their way. But they might have the best trio of offensive firepower that we got in the mountains in Max Pelfrey, Gavin Johnson, and Memphis Blankenship.
Yeah, they're studs. I'm telling you.
So you think they can give Pikeville trouble this year in the playoffs?
I think they could.
I don't. I think that they can't. I don't know. I think that it's a game right now. We'll see how they go from the rest of the season from now until.
And you got to understand, Pikeville got some injuries too. So
Raceland almost beat them.
Raceland almost beat them, and like I said, this defensive line is nasty for Hazard, and again, the offensive firepower that they got, it's hard. Pikeville's defense, we seen Pikeville's defense struggle, against Johnson Central, and Hazard. they're not Johnson Central.
There's a lot of struggle against Johnson Central's D. They're something to be reckoned with.
Oh yeah. They do a lot of good things though. Johnson Central does too in the running game. So it's I don't know. I mean, I think let's see how the rest of the season goes before I answer that. But I don't think that 1A. I think that Hazard and Raceland both have a shot at Pikeville.
Yeah.
In Class A.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But as you sit there, but whenever you go back to looking at the top 10, well, let me bring it up here. The Belfry at 5. I think that Belfry needs to be, should be around the 3 if I was going power
That's what
rankings.
I said. That's where I was at.
Just by record, you can make a case that Boyd County should be where Belfry's at. Boyd County's had a good season.
Yeah, but they wouldn't.
Belfry's played at 6A, a 5A.
Yeah, that's where I'm
4A.
saying they wouldn't. It'd be a different story.
And they was in every one of their games. They could very easily be 4-0.
Oh yeah.
And right now in Ashland's district, one thing you got to remember is they got 4 teams that's over 500. Johnson Central, Boyd County, Greenup County, and Ashland. And then the only one, and Rowan County is 500. So everybody in their district is 500.
That's
it's 500
that's
or
a
above.
Good,
yeah,
that's a good district.
So Greenup County's moved up to 4A now. Is that where they're at?
Yeah. So.
Oh, okay. They was 3A.
Yeah, they was 3A. last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but whenever when you sit there and look the rest of it, I mean, you could, I guess you can make an argument that, Tug Valley, might could squeeze it in there. I think them and Prestonsburg would be a really good game. Another one is a team that I think is getting the shaft here. They did get 5 votes. But I think West Side is a lot better than people think. I think.
Oh God, yeah, West Side, yeah. That was the other one I was going to say that you got West Side sitting on the outside there, and of course we played them, and we're very very familiar with them. Them cats should be moved up.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that they can compete with about anybody in that, that 2A ish.
Yeah.
Instead of the top dogs, you know what I'm talking about in Kentucky. So
I agree 100%. I think Westside, definitely could. And the one team that we know is a top 10 team, but right now, they're just playing a hellacious schedule. It's Spring Valley.
Oh yeah. Spring and Pikeville, they both of them.
Pikeville ended up making it at 9 this week. So
okay, yeah.
But when Spring Valley, this week they got Cabell Midland.
It just don't get any easier.
So
I know they'd be excited next year. They get to actually play a 3A schedule.
Yeah.
So this year they're grinding it out.
Yep, I agree.
I'd be excited to play a 2A schedule next year too.
But Perry Central, I think they'll have a chance to play their way back in it if they can get a win over Shelby Valley this week. But I was surprised that they didn't get any votes. So
yeah, that's very surprising.
Yeah. But very impressive there. That will bring us to our scoreboard, and we're going to talk about that when we come back from commercial break. Get your comments in, get your questions in, as we'll be right back here on Crunch Time.
MGC Supply is your complete source for drainage and erosion control products. MGC Supply also sells services and installs Cummins generators. MGC Supply sells and delivers limestone gravel for businesses and homeowners. MGC Supply is your solution supplier and is proud to sponsor all the teams in Eastern Kentucky. 2590 U.S. Highway 23 South Pottville, Kentucky, 41501. Give them a call today at 606-433-0077. Or you can call them at 606-794-6765. Looking for a new healthcare provider? Come see us at Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. We take all patients from the ages 2 and up. Our staff has over 30 years of medical experience. We do everything from DOT physicals, wellness exams, adult and child, walk-in visits, and more. Call us today at 304-236-3601 and reach us Monday through Friday.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Start the new year off right by making your health a priority. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic can help you do just that. We have a great staff of professionals offering a variety of services like medical, dental, behavioral health, mat program, case management, chiropractic, radiology, and lab testing. Little Flower Clinic offers free transportation for Perry County patients. Call to make an appointment 487-9505. Quantum Healthcare 436-0711 and East Kentucky Chiropractic 487-8255.
And we are back here, guys. You're watching Crunch Time, the #1 high school football show in the Bluegrass and the Mountaineer State, the longest running high school football show with the David Jones to my right. I'm Darryl McCoy, and we got producer KJ directing traffic on the boards. So as we got a lot of comments, Coach David Thompson says that Code Grove team at Greenup Beat is really good. Then Ryan
That's from Ohio, right?
Yeah. And then Ryan and Kim Bryant says, let's go JC. So Ryan and Kim Bryant, imagine this if Maddox Bryant was still in Hazard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It'd be a different beast, I'll tell you that too.
Yeah, but you know the Maddox, he gonna work try to get a couple state championships in football and wrestling.
Right, right.
But as we sit here, guys, keep your comments coming. Hit that like and share button. Get these numbers up as we're going to go over our weekly scoreboard, the recap here. Producer KJ, let us know what we got.
Bardstown 13, Ashland 50.
Now, I think we got some highlights from this game. LeBron Strader, a flat stud. Let's take a look at these highlights. I mean, when you sit there and look, you know, listen, this Ashland team, they broke in this stadium in a perfect year because this team puts up a lot of points. And that light show, it goes off a lot. But LeBron Strader, Jennings, you know, they got the perfect combo there. And they got wideouts, you know, on both sides. Very dangerous team, and I think to me, LeBron Strader is the best quarterback in the mountains.
Gotta give it to you. Besides my QB Aiden Burke, but
yeah,
I gotta give it to you, you know, because Aiden to play 3 games behind the center. I mean, I couldn't be more proud of my boy. I'm telling you, you know, it's just gonna keep getting better. So, it might be his founding position throughout his career here. So, I mean, the more and more he get better and more, if he goes to camps and do that and stuff too.
Oh, I agree.
I mean, he's safety, you got special. I mean, my boy, he just got it. All right, I quit bragging on him, but
no, he's
I give my boys day props. I have to. So, and he's just done a heck of a job, man. I'm just so proud of him.
He's done a fabulous job, you know, switching.
To be that big back there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I know me and Lil Blaine we be looking like.
Well, like, a lot of the D1 quarterbacks, I mean, have that frame. You look at Deshaun Watson.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you think of people like that.
Yeah.
But LeBron Strader,
he's a different. He's a different.
He's Byron left.
That's what I swear. Yeah.
A lot like him.
Or Jamarcus Russell, who he remind me of.
Yeah, exactly. Both of them.
Yes.
He's got that big, thick body and got a cannon for an arm. So Ashland still sitting at number 2. Me myself, I think they're number 1. But
do they play JC this year?
Yeah, they're in district.
Oh yeah, that is right. Yeah,
they're in district now.
So that's going to be a good one.
And it's at Putnam this year because Ashland went to JC last year.
Oh, is it?
Oh wow,
man, that's going to be tough for JC. Yeah, we'll know. That right there will tell you. I think. Well. No, they're not going to win for it.
I'm about to say Bull County waiting on whoever. I was about to say Bull waiting on whoever. Yeah. And you got Paducah there too. So Bull, like if you want, just pick who you want. So.
It's pretty much the rest of the state's playing for second place.
I swear they are.
Yeah.
I swear they are.
But what's the second game on tap?
Estill County 21, Bath County 14.
Ooh, Estill 21-14. Game closer than I thought.
Yes.
Bell County 28, Perry Central 12. Me and Dave picked that one. You went Perry.
That's facts. Tell him, KJ.
Now that one there, we talked about, very good Perry Central team. They got that thunder and lightning in the backfield. But, whenever you sit and look at that team, I mean, it's tough to go to Log Mountain and get a win. It's when you go to Bell County, there's very few people go up there and get a win. And
right.
Perry Central, I still think that loss dropped them out of our top 10. But I just think that at the end of the day, not many teams can go get a win there. I don't think that loss was enough to drop them out.
Right.
So what else we got?
Betsy Lane, 48, Knott Central 12. But we all three picked that one.
Yep.
And we all three lost this next one. Phelps, 36, Bland County, Virginia, 0.
I am on the Phelps train, which I've always have been. You know what I'm saying? But like I always told them, what I've always preached up there is you have to prove yourself.
Yeah.
And I feel that Coach Randy Smith he's just laid the work in, and they have improved, and they're just gonna keep getting better, and I couldn't be any prouder of them. So big shout out to you guys, your boys at Phelps, man. Y'all doing a heck of a job, and big shout out to Coach Smith, man, because just like I did, I loved to be at Phelps. I loved it up there. That's why it's changed. And that is the reason why it's changed now, because Randy Smith, he loves Phelps.
Oh, yeah.
He's a Phelps guy. He loves it, and he put his heart and soul into the team. And that's why them kids is coming out playing for him now. So I'm giving them 100%, big props to you guys, man. And y'all keep on fighting for your coach, man. Y'all got a heck of a coach. And I'm gonna start picking them now. From here on out, you got my attention.
He's the best coach to rebuild a program.
Absolutely,
he's done it a couple times.
Yep.
He stepped in there and he's took over. This is the first time that Phelps has started the season 2-1.
Absolutely,
since you was there 5 years ago.
Yep.
So his first time Phelps been 2-1 in 5 years.
Well, the thing is, Randy he's done a heck of a job, and it's only happened because he loves it, and he loves them kids, and you can tell. It made me have flashbacks, and I'm just ecstatic to see it because I love Phelps, man.
We got a highlight from that game. Let's take a look at it here. Right now their defense is clicking. Their offense is putting points on the board. Yep. And listen here, they got a kid that's an 8th grader, Trey something. That Phelps don't have a football team right now, but this kid, he's the second covering of Dominic Francis.
Yeah, I heard about him.
Yeah, this kid is unreal. If he was playing middle school, he might be the best middle school player in Pike County, and that says a lot.
He's they he's a stud. They better get the middle school program rolling because I think that's just the next step for Randy Smith and his program building even more is getting that middle school program back up to par because they got a heck of a youth league going on.
Yeah, I agree. You know, and that Phelps program. You said it whenever you left there, and I was the first one to tell them whenever they asked me when you left there, they said, what do we need to do to continue to build off what Coach Jones has built here? And I told them, I said, there's one move you got to make, and if you don't, the program will struggle for the next couple of years. And I said, you better go hire Rodney Joplin. Because he had his hand with all these kids. And when he left, the program left, the youth program, and that destroyed. I
give it to him and James Andy Dotson. Yeah. You know, James Andy, him and Rodney both, they had their hand, and I didn't have to do nothing.
Yeah.
And they was phenomenal. Yeah. And whenever James Andy, he had he got his business started up, so he had to back away and stuff like that. And, you know, and then Rodney, they didn't get him back or whatnot either. And then it started to fade away, but it's coming along now. They got some great coaches up there that's come back into the program, that's feeding into the program that I've seen.
You just hate to see a kid like that Trey kid so dominant. Not get to play his middle school.
Absolutely, yeah. I got to meet him actually. I went up to Coach McCoy's camp.
Yeah.
And stuff, and I got to meet him. Stocky kid, you know, great kid, well mannered, and all that good stuff. And no, I did not tell him to come up here. But you know, I did let him know that, you know, he can be a hometown hero like Dominic Francis.
Yeah.
And, you know, just to make sure he kept his head on straight and listened to his coaches. So he's going to be a good one. But big shout out to David Dotson. You know, I told him I was going to give him a shout out here. He had transferred over to Phelps from here. Yeah. Great kid. I love him to death, man. A very humble kid, and he plays, I think, safety and receiver over there. He's been doing a heck of a job, so big shout out to him too.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, we're hoping to get out and to a game soon.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I want on our bye week. I'm gonna try to get up there and watch a game. So
well, Phelps right now. This Friday, tomorrow night, will be the third game in 7 days. They played on Monday night.
Oh, that is.
They destroyed right. Twin Valley Monday night.
That's huge. That's a huge win, though.
So
I know about Twin Valley. That's a big time win over there.
Yep. So what we got next?
Johnson Central 56, Breathitt County 35.
That one's that one. It's kind of what I thought.
Yeah.
Greenup County 55, East Carter 20.
Now that's the one. You know, you go to Grayson and you beat Coach Champ's team. You get a win like that over Coach Champ's team. I'm telling you, I am highly impressed with Greenup.
I am too. Don't get me wrong. Now, and I am too.
I think Tyson Salmons is. You know, I think he's one of the most dominant players that we got in the mountains. You know,
I agree.
If you got one player, you always say one player don't make a team.
Right.
But I would say if you looked at the plus minus with him on the field, it's probably more than any other.
Oh yeah, hands down.
Yeah. What else we got?
Morgan County 50, Fairview 60. Rowan County 7, Fleming County 0.
Wait, Morgan County. That was the one with Jace Manning going off the Morgan County game.
Yeah.
Morgan County up 40 points in the second half.
That's crazy.
Jace Manning brings it back.
Wow.
And that game at Darryl done. Hazard 32, Letcher Central 31.
Now this game right here.
That was a nail biter.
It was one of the most entertaining games that you could watch. Coach Justin McCoy come and called it with me, and it come down. It's surprising because we thought at Hazard, when we got there, they said Kobe Johnson's out. We was like, man, this ain't gonna be fun,
right?
I mean, but credit Gunnar Holbrook, man. Gunnar Holbrook played a fantastic game, hitting them speedy wideouts that you talked about.
The human joystick.
Yeah, he wore them out on the edges, and they would make plays when they got the ball in their hands. Gunnar Holbrook, he's coming along. This kid is, him coming back from that back injury. He's a lot further along than anybody would think he would have been.
Oh yeah, I thought so that first game.
Yeah, and we got some highlights from this game. Let's check it out. they hand it. Pelfrey bulldozes his way in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. No, he's going to keep it. Hobart goes off the side. Touchdown, Cougars.
He could be looking at him right here. Fake. No, he goes to the middle. Oh, nice catch.
Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Pelfrey takes the snap, pitches the Blankenship to the left side. Got a bunch of blockers. Touchdown, Hazard.
Memphis Blankenship. Hobart takes the snap. He's going to pass it.
He's got him.
Touchdown, Cougars. And that's number 9.
I'm looking for Johnson right here, something.
Uh-oh.
Oh, nice. Look at guys.
Touchdown, Bulldogs. Javion Fullwood, second TD of the game.
Straight up the middle.
Pelfrey. Touchdown, Bulldogs. As Hazard scores, got 6. Brett Smith in the end zone as he takes.
That's why the score is what it is.
Yeah, they cut down on the penalties. Well,
here we go. Nice pass. He's wide open over there. Nobody on
Smith. How do you let him? And he's got 6. Brett Smith in the. When you sit and look at this, listen, Coach Matthews, he called a fabulous game, and the thing, to keep them in it without Kobe Johnson, then you seen Coach Chandler, listen, if it wasn't for penalties, Hazard might have won this by a couple touchdowns, but credit Coach Matthews because every play call that he needed to make, he made. He made the right adjustments and kept his team in this ball game without Kobe Johnson and gave his team a chance. At the end of the game, they come down. It was 4th and I think like 17. Ball might have been on 17. And they had a chance. I think there was 6 seconds left. Had a chance to throw a strike to the end zone. Listen, hindsight 2020, you might would go back and throw it, but he gave his girl kicker a chance to come in and win the game, and they ended up blocking the kick and didn't win the game. But hats off to Letcher for playing the number 4 ranked team in the mountains and undefeated Hazard Bulldogs team as close as they did without their star back.
Well, that meant a lot to Chandler. He's a hometown boy, Letcher County boy.
That game, I promise you, he wanted that game more than he wanted any game. That was circled
on his schedule for a personal thing. But big shout out to him. That's one of my buddies, man, and big shout out to him. And he's deserved everything he's getting because he's put in the work to be a head coach, and now that he is, I mean, he's really showing everybody that Hazard made a home run hit.
Yep, absolutely they did. What else we got?
Clinton County 50, Jenkins 8, Leslie County 35, Harlan 6, Prestonsburg 55, Lewis County 12.
Now this game right here, the Bryce Hobart named the Save-A-Lot player of the game, and Bryce Hobart had a fabulous game. I ain't got my phone, so I can't tell you the stats. I had them saved, but this young man, he's doing. We see him in spurts. He'll have one game where he looks like the quarterback we know he is, and then he'll have a couple where he'll come out and manage the game and. It'd be that. But hats off to Wes Hager and them continuing to keep that train rolling.
Absolutely. Congrats.
And we'll be there tomorrow. We got Prestonsburg versus Pike Central.
Oh, okay. That's going to be a good one there.
Russell 38, McGoffin County 0.
I did not think that they would blank Coach DeRossett's crew.
Yeah.
I thought Coach DeRossett's crew would at least make it a battle. I wasn't there. I didn't get to watch the game, but that score shocked me.
Yeah, me too.
Martin County 34, Paintsville 32.
This game right here, listen, the whole time I was doing my game, I was sitting there watching this one, keeping up with the score. Paintsville was up a couple touchdowns in the third quarter.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah. And it looked like it was a done deal. Yeah. Paintsville was going to win it. And listen, credit Crayson Lafferty, playing against his former team.
Yeah.
I watched video. This dude was out there decleating dudes, taking their heads off. You could tell this game meant a little more for him.
Oh, yeah.
And, listen, the story is, well, of course, Devin Maynard has his normal game,
Yeah.
4 touchdowns, 300 total yards, incredible quarterback. But the story, Parker Watts, first game in action, scored 2 touchdowns to bring his team back and help them take the lead. And then they ended up capping the thing off. I think Braden Eastep had a couple of interceptions. Just a great performance by Coach Muncie's Martin County team to come back against a very good Paintsville team and get that victory.
Yeah, it was a big time.
Huge win.
Yeah.
Boyd County 3, Mason County 0.
Not a lot of offense in that one, Coach.
No, that's defensive.
Yeah.
I remember winning the state title 3-0.
Yeah. Did you ever think that Mason County would score 0 points in a game?
No.
That tells you how good this Boyd County team is.
I agree with you, though. I agree.
Yeah, Rhett Holbrook, he's putting incredible numbers up right now. Look into that cat. His stats is unreal right now.
Powell County 20, Pike Central 14.
Shocker of the week to me.
Yeah.
I picked that one.
Yeah.
Y'all had Pike and I picked Powell.
Yeah. The Jameer Knuckles and them getting took down there. Listen, Pike Central, games like this, you got to win the games you're supposed to win. And this is one that when they look back, now it's put so much weight on this Prestonsburg game because now to get back to where you need to be, you need to go pull the upset against an undefeated Prestonsburg team.
And it's possible, right? And it's possible too.
Yeah.
So
Pikeville 16, Raceland 13.
3-point ball game. Listen, this right here, guys, is Pikeville beatable or is Raceland better than we think?
Yeah, I just think Pikeville's struggling right now. I know they're playing these big schools, and that's what I'm saying. The injuries have hit them, and and it's when the injuries hit you and you have to play your youth, it's just hard. And
I don't know about what happened this game because I ain't watched the film on it, but I do know that when I seen them, their offensive line is a big issue right now. Especially the interior of the offensive line. They've got to get that figured out. But listen, Coach Mack, if you ask me right now to bet everything I owned on who's going to win Class A, I would still bet the Pikeville Panthers. What else we got?
Belfry 47, Southwestern 26.
This one here, KJ picked Southwestern, you picked Belfry, and Belfry goes down, gets the big win. Chase Varney continues to play well. JB Woolen was the story of the game coming out.
What he had 3 or 4 touchdowns?
5? Yeah, 5 touchdowns JB Woolen had. And I was talking to some people today up at Belfry, and they said JB Woolen's probably the best all-around athlete on Pond Creek.
Oh, yeah?
Sophomore.
Just a sophomore. And so, this was a huge win because this is a team.
Where is Ace Cottle? I haven't heard him in a while.
I've not got to watch Belfry.
Yeah, I really haven't either.
Yeah, I've not got to watch them, so I don't really know what's going on there. I still think I think it's a situation I think a lot of defenses are probably keying on
right.
Ace.
Yeah, true.
So the other ones are catching them off guard.
Yeah.
But I still think we're going to be saying his name a lot.
That's the Belfry system. You're going to hear about the fullback, like we did that against RGRC. Then you're going to hear about the left back, and then you're gonna hear about the right back. That's just how it is, man.
And I think they're using the Coddles a little more in the passing game now than even in the backfield.
Yeah.
So,
and that's just how it was. Even with me and Doug Jr., one game I'll be on, one game Doug will be on, one game Gary Childress will be on, one game Tyler Boss will be on, and that's just how it was. And the key thing to that, we never, ever, ever, ever got mad.
Yeah.
Because we was winning, number one. Even when we lost, we was winning. We lost one game. But like I'm saying, it never was oh my God, you did, I didn't get this. What works, man. And that was the key to our success at Belfry when I was there.
The quote of the day, Chase Varney, I seen it on his Facebook today. It said something about, in all the ocean, one ship, can't be sunk by all the water in the ocean.
Right.
Unless you let the water get inside.
That's it.
That's what they're doing right now. They are a tight-knit group.
Yeah.
Last year, everybody bet against them because Southwestern come and knocked them off last year.
I knew what it was. They had a lot of injuries, number one, and they was young.
Yeah, that's it. And then they go down there and get, and that was a statement win that they got on Friday night. This Belfry team, they're going in. I spoke to Chase today. I said, man, the streak's got to end. And he said, oh, it's ending. He said, listen, I'm not worried about it. He said, I'm not worried about Pikeville. So,
but but listen, being a part of that rivalry, which it wasn't as big as it is now, because ours was Prestonburg.
Yeah, y'all won 19 games in a row
right. But being a part of that, that's how you got to think. Your mentality got to think that, and it's not being cocky. So people don't think they're being cocky at all. That's how you have to think going into these games, especially when they're your rivalries. You got to think that, and how they're thinking, how they're speaking. I see it on social media. They're being humble about it. It is what it is, but I would want my team to be like that too all day long. That, hey, I'm comfortable. I know our coaches got us prepared to go into this game. Let's go.
Yeah, I spoke to Coach Haywood today while I was up there, and I told him, I said, Coach, the streak's got to end, and he said we're getting there. He said,
that's his normal response.
He said we're getting there. He said we're working on it.
That's his normal response. We're getting there, trying to get better every game.
And so but this Belfry team, I never thought, at the beginning of the year this summer, when everybody would bring up, Belfry Pikeville this year, I was like, Pikeville's going to blow them out. I never thought that I would say Belfry would win this game this year. And now, I think Belfry's quite a bit better than Pikeville right now.
Oh yeah.
So it's going to be interesting, in that one, but we'll see how it goes.
Floyd Central 13, West Carter 55. Tug Valley 13, Logan 6.
Now that one there, I don't know. I credit Coach Atkins and crew. They're getting a lot better for them to be able to play Tug Valley that close.
Well, a lot of people don't know they was playing their third quarterback because I think their quarterbacks got hurt or something had happened. Yeah.
Oh wow! Well, I seen a thing where Coach Atkins had said, like right now, we're just beating ourselves. It's like
it's youth. I know. That's why I've talked to them.
They said the man game. There's like I forgot how many penalties they had, and they said, we're just shooting ourselves in the foot.
It's youth, man.
We should win.
Yeah, it's youth, man, and. You got we're going through it now, but you gotta go through it, but you gotta keep chopping that wood, You just gotta keep giving them the positive, showing them the positive. Not only that, you gotta keep the water out of the darn boat.
Yeah.
Because when you're losing, there's so many people to talk down on your program, getting in the kids' ear. Heck, we went 0-2, and you would thought I was like one of the worst coaches that's ever been up here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And not understandingly, you come to you see we're trying to figure out our quarterback situation. We're trying to get our youth together. We're trying to get these pieces together here and there, and that that's why I always tell my team, keep your circle closed.
Yeah.
And don't let mommy, daddy, uncle, aunties, and all of them tell you something that they're not here to coach you up, number one, and they have no clue about the other teams. They have no clue about anything. That's why none of the negativity, none of that never bothered me or anything like that, because you know what's up.
You know what the end goal is. At the end of the day, you know what you got.
That's it. And I advise that to all the young coaches out there. I'm glad it's my 10th year, so. Yeah. I got right. I think that's why God placed me, made me wait for so long to come back home, so I'll be able to handle things like this, because if you don't think about it, and you would think that you're letting your community down and stuff like that. Yeah. That's the young David Jones coach, And now it's like, no, we're pretty good. We're going to be really good in the next couple of years.
No, if this 0-2 would have started at Phelps, you would have thought the world was caving in on you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, that's my first time, and stuff like that. But now that I'm older, more mature, and understanding the game better, it's a whole lot different. So to any young coach out there that's struggling like that, you got a young team, keep chopping the wood, and it's going to be okay. Just fight another day and keep that outside noise out.
Yeah. What else we got?
Westside 35, Man 21.
Impressive win for Westside to go to Man and get that win. That just tells you Westside's for real, folks.
Yeah, I could have told you that.
Yeah, I mean.
Mingo Central 46, Liberty Raleigh 20.
Let's look at the highlights from this game before we go into it.
Here he is, Vance is right. He's going to run the read. Vance gets a block to the outside. He makes a man miss. He's around to the 10, 5, touchdown Miners.
First play of the ladies and gentlemen. First play of the game, a touchdown.
And here's the snap. Here's a handoff. Dylan Vance. Vance breaks the tackle. Runs through the tackle. Touchdown, Dylan Vance. Miner Mountain. As Liberty Raleigh, it's going to be fumbled into the end zone, and we're going to get a safety, I think.
A touchdown.
No, it's a touchdown, Mingo Central. And guess who? Guess who, JJ?
Lord have mercy. It's Vance again.
Guess who? Out for anybody.
If they could just get in the playoffs by the end of the season, I think
And here's Burke and Vance with the catch.
I'll tell you what, you spoke too soon, Coach, or you spoke just in time, I'm telling you.
Here's the snap. As we got a little counter like a handoff, and that'll be Marty Riley and him into the end zone.
He got his first touchdown of the game.
Got to clean that up.
So that would be probably, what's the term, the Achilles heel now?
Right now, yeah. And here's Aiden Burke. Burke gets the edge, gets a seam, makes the cutback move, makes the guy miss. Touchdown, Aiden Burke.
That's a bad run.
And you got two Central trying to make a stand. Liberty Raleigh trying to punch one in. Shea going to throw it. And touchdown.
Touchdown, ladies and gentlemen.
As Chris split out to the left. Burke and Joplin to the right. They're going to head to the Vance. Vance with a big seam up the middle. Vance explodes, and he is gold.
And they get us back.
Dylan Vance at reset. Here's a snap. Val Delamar with a jet sweep around the edge. He's got a seam. Val Delamar back across the green.
He's gone.
Nice block down by Denny Mills.
That boy is gone.
And Val Delamar will go into the end zone. Trying to get through the night. Get one in here at the end, maybe. Here's Shea. Shea going to try to get around the edge. And he dives for the pylon.
When you look at this, I mean, before we go into Tug Valley Wellness Clinic player of the game, KJ, let us know who that is and what kind of numbers they threw down.
Aiden Burke, 7 of 12 passing, 107 yards, 1 touchdown, 11 carries, 95 yards, 1 touchdown. He also has 7 tackles, 1 interception. Jacob Maynard had 18 tackles and 2 sacks. Dylan Vance, 8 carries, 108 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, I mean, it was, you could have pointed any direction on that field and you could have picked the player of the game. I mean, it was that kind of game. But Aiden Burke, done it in every phase. As you see him getting better and better each week, then, of course, we talked all, first of the show about Dylan Vance and how magical he is right now. But, to me, the big story right now is your defense. I mean, Jacob Maynard, 18 tackles. I think he had 3 tackles for loss. Then you got LaQuise Struthers that's leading the state in tackles. I mean, these kids are flying everywhere around the football right now. You got to be proud of that defense.
Yeah, man. Like I say, all props to Coach Shep, man. He does a heck of a job with his defense. I mean, he's very stern on them, and we had to look ourselves in the face in the mirror, several times, and this year already. And, he come in and laid the law down and they just woke up. You also have Tegan Hackney that's just been a beast for us. And, Davion Joplin is finally getting his opportunity to get on the defense side of the ball. And we've had several guys that's getting our opportunities, because, I got this rule. You're not doing the right thing off the field, you're not playing. So I got a little rule. We had several different guys that got to start last week, and they stepped up. So they earned a lot more playing time this week. So
now, is Jace back yet?
No, he'll be back Point Pleasant game.
Point Pleasant.
Yeah.
Right.
We have Jason and also Ashton Kinzer, which we haven't had him all year. He'll be back at Point Pleasant game, and we're still waiting on confirmation for James Moore. He's been out all year also.
See, people don't realize the impact that the young kids make.
That's three starters on offense and defense side of the ball, and they were senior guys too. But it's one of those things. But that's where you have Jacob Maynard come in as a true freshman and doing this thing. And I seen where they asked me if I was surprised. No, absolutely not. I've known Jacob since he was young. I've known this cat.
He's done this every level.
Yeah, me and his dad, I've known him. His dad was a heck of a player at Birch. And Jacob's been doing this. Yeah. He had to leave. He had to leave Mingo County. He wasn't ready to go on, so he needed to hold back a year.
And he got better.
Yeah. They don't understand. You know how long this kid been playing ball? I think it's around 2-3 years. That's it.
Yeah. That's insane, man.
So and with him, he's a sponge. He literally asks 155,000 questions. I love that as a coach. Make sure he got it right.
Yeah.
And he's just going to keep getting better. And we're a young team. So
and again, hats off. Maybe the kid that gets covered up because you got so many dynamic playmakers. The kid that's getting overshadowed. But one of the kids that I like more than anything, because he's a kid that you can tell wants to play next level, because he's trying his best to promote himself, and that's LaQuise Struthers.
Oh yeah,
he's on social media putting his highlights out. Like that kid is doing everything he can to reach the next level, and that's including the play on the field.
Yeah, LaQuise is the type of cat that he's like with my situation. He needs to get out of this area.
Yeah,
and he needs to go off, and how he going to get out of this area is his play on the field and stuff. And we've had several heart-to-heart talks, and he's finally understanding the moves he got to make, the things he got to do, and all that. But LaQuise is, like you said, he's the number one tackler in the state of West Virginia in 2A.
Yeah.
And followed right up behind with Tegan Hackney.
Yeah.
He's another one of those kids. He got to get out of here by his play and stuff like that, and he's done that. He got hurt last game. Hurt his ankle, but he's good to go. He's hard nosed, but he's good to go this week, and and I love it because they go up against each other. They make it a competition, and I love it. So that's good. That's great to have.
Well,
and we got a young stud behind him, Peyton Parker. He's a
quarterback, right?
Yeah, he's a freshman.
Yeah.
Coach Nate called him a quarterback, but he's a stud at linebacker, fullback. But he could play.
He looked good
he could play now.
Preseason.
He could play that quarterback position though too. He played that at Mate 1.
Yeah.
And then we got another cat that come along. He's just a sophomore, Braden Mounts.
Yeah.
And he's been doing great for us, man. We're starting to come along.
It's gotta feel good to get that first win.
It does. It does, and so everybody will understand too. Like,
and all your games you was right there to being 3-0.
And it's just being young, and as us as coaches, we're patient. You got to be patient. And getting beat like that can take a lot out of you as kids, and us as coaches, our responsibility to let them understand that, hey, look, it is what it is. Move on to the next one. You almost had it, but let's fix what we need to be fixed to make sure we get these other ones.
You find out what you're made of. At the end of the day, it's whoever's in this locker room against the world, because y'all's backs was against the wall.
I'll tell you this: after the 0-2 start, when we first started, we had 53 kids.
Yeah.
After the 0-2 start, we got 40 kids now.
Well, you see, and you seen who you seen who you wanted in the trenches.
Absolutely. And then you had all those. Well, I should be playing. Well, where was you at whenever these positions was open to get ready to take?
Yeah.
So it's been great. I love it. I love our kids we got now on our team. You know, them are the guys we want to coach, and them are going to be the guys that's going to be successful because, you know, you just got to find your way.
That's it. What else we got?
Tulsa 48, Mount View 6.
Yeah, we called that one.
Yeah.
Scott 53, Sissonville 0.
We called that one.
Yeah.
Winfield 28, Chapmanville 14.
That's not a bad loss for Chapmanville.
They played them closer than what I thought. Yeah. You know, that's a 3A.
That's their 3A. Yeah,
3A team, and you know, they go up there. You know, I was talking to Coach Belcher. He said, if I would have known the schedule, you know, he said I wouldn't have scheduled like I did if I would have known the classification.
Oh,
was going to end up the way that they did.
Right.
You know, but you know, you're seeing, you know, Dakota Dalton. You know, we all know how spectacular this kid is. You know, when he plays, credit, you know, the coaches was like, you know, well, you know, we're going to put his feet to the fire and we're going to make him fight through this. And I think right now, the good thing after talking to the coaches, I think they got all the faith in the world in Coda. And I think in these last two games that sometimes he's went out to try to make plays so he wouldn't have to come off the field.
Right.
To, you know, and now the coaches are like, you know, listen, it's your job.
Right.
You know, you settle down and you go out and you lead your team.
Yeah.
And they'll face a very good Nitro team tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. But, you know, I was very pleased with them and playing them within 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean,
they should have got blown out.
Yeah, that's a heck of a squad.
Yeah.
That's a good job by them. Big time.
Is that it?
No. Reedsville, Eastern Ohio 40, Shelby Valley 18. I was there at that game.
Yeah, and it looked like at the beginning Shelby Valley was the better team, and then all of a
I'm telling
sudden,
you what, that Reedsville, Ohio team is very well coached.
Yeah.
They don't miss tackles.
Yeah, they're very disciplined.
Man, I'm telling you, buddy. The only reason it started out like that because Reedsville's first 2 possessions, they fumbled the ball the first down on the first 2 possessions and gave Shelby Valley good field position. After that, I mean, Reedsville, I think, led by 6 at halftime, and after that, it was all Reedsville, Ohio.
Yeah.
And that, you know, and that was the thing. And the one thing that I noticed is this was a game where Shelby Valley was the bigger team.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but, you know, Eastern's talent seemed like their athleticism wore on them, you know, as the game went on. But, you know, Shelby Valley, you know, they're going into a game with Prairie Central that they're going to have to win. So, but we'll talk about that, though, when we come back. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Oh, we got one more?
Yep, Jefferson beat Spring Valley 45-31, and we all picked Spring Valley, but you was on the fence.
I told you, this game right here, this Jefferson team was very good. And I said it would not surprise me if they won. And they ended up going to Spring Valley and getting a win. You know, Spring Valley, they're going now to Cattle Midland, must-win game now.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back on Crunch Time.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
Eastern Kentucky understands the importance of taking care of one another. That's why after graduation, I came home. 25 years later, I've put together a team at Glen Martin Hammond Law Offices dedicated to fighting for your legal rights. When you're dealing with a sensitive legal issue, you want someone who will take care of you as a person, not just another case. Our team will help you through the legal process of Social Security, personal injury, work injury, car wrecks, wrongful death, medical malpractice, and nursing home neglect. Call us today.
If you want to make your dream home come true, call Solid Rock Development today. Check out some of these interior and exterior jobs they've done over the past few years. Solid Rock Development is making custom dream homes come true at a great price. Family owned, family operated, and faith backed. Give us a call today at Solid Rock Development.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Hi everybody, Dave Baker here for Citizens Bank of Kentucky. Do you want to love your car even more? How about putting extra cash in your pocket each month by refinancing with new low rates at CBK? It is fast, it's easy. All you have to do is log on to wearecitizens.bank.
I'm Bruce Walters with Bruce Walters Kia in Pikeville, Kentucky. We have the area's largest selection of new Kias and more arriving daily. Come shop us in Pikeville. I guarantee you'll find the Kia for you. At Bruce Walters Kia, your new Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Also at Bruce Walters Kia, you'll get free oil changes for life. Finding your new Kia is easy. Come shop us in Pikeville or shop us online at brucewalterskia.com.
We are back here on Crunch Time as we continue Season 4 here. We got David Jones to my right. I'm Darryl McCoy and producer KJ kicking it on the boards. As we're going here, KJ, you know what time it is. It is Pigskin Pick'em. Hit it, KJ. As he's going to get us ready here.
Crunch Time. Pigskin Pick'em.
Listen, it's come that time. I have wore you two out the past few weeks.
If you go in and get our man to tally up the scores, I think I've lost a total of 3 games altogether.
You lost 3 last
I
week.
lost 5.
You lost 3 last week.
No, I did not. I think 1.
No, you lost 3. We'll go. I'll have to. You've been horrendous on the college picks.
I
I
was the only one that picked to take the 49-point spread, and they covered 57.
Okay.
They did. You looked it up. What was it, 57
Yeah,
to 2?
that is right. That is right.
All right, here's next week's games. Russell 2-2 at Ashland.
This is a rivalry game. You know, they say in rivalry games anything can happen. Not in this one.
Not
Ashland. Yeah, Ashland. I think wins this one. Russell. We'll find out how good Russell is. If Russell can keep this within 2 touchdowns, then I think Russell. All of a sudden we'll be like, well, Russell. They're an improving team. Because right now they're 2-2 with a couple. Couple huge wins, but they're winning the games they're supposed to right now. Right. Can they stay close in a game like this? That's still up to debate. Who you got?
Ashland.
Yeah.
Right.
Hazard at Breathitt County.
I got Hazard.
Yeah, the Riverbank boys. I think they took one on the chin last week at Johnson Central. I think they're going to take another one on the chin this week. I think Ashland gets the win.
This is where I get you on all the time. Breathitt County at home.
So you're saying Hazard takes their first loss
at Breathitt County? I do.
Well, you remember that, Coach Jones?
Yep.
You remember
because he likes to lie all the time.
Yeah, I know. I'm writing it down. Believe me.
Harlan at East Ridge.
Give me Harlan.
Birdine with the upset. It's the Green Dragons, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
That's where former UK star Brian Williams is at now.
Oh, is he?
Mm-hmm.
Green, Ohio at Fairview.
Hey, I'm on the Fairview train. Give me Fairview.
Fairview.
You're going Fairview too?
Yep.
I'm going to go Fairview too. Yeah, I'm going to stick with it. Jason Martin had a fabulous game. I think they continue to keep that train rolling.
Betsy Lane at Floyd Central.
Betsy Lane.
Yeah, Betsy Lane. I think Betsy Lane wins this one pretty comfortably.
Montgomery County at Greenup County. They're not
Montgomery at Greenup.
Yeah,
give me Greenup.
Give me Greenup.
Give me Greenup.
I'm gonna go Greenup too. Greenup huge.
Raceland at Highlands.
Highlands
Big.
North Laurel at JC.
JC.
Who scheduled that?
JC had that was
no,
a game.
no. Who scheduled Highlands and Raceland?
They've been playing that.
Yeah,
this is like the third year.
Yeah, they've been playing it.
Well,
When Highlands moved down to 4A, because they're 4A now, they've been playing that series.
But you don't got Logan Lundy back here anymore.
I know.
Now, who'd you say, KJ?
Everybody picked JC.
JC. Now, guys, if you remember, they played North Laurel. They was originally scheduled to play Don Community out of Ohio. You remember that was the team that Pikeville was supposed to play, and it had the player that got shot in the drive-by. Yeah. And some reason they rescheduled it, and they picked up North Laurel. So, JC wins that one.
Harlan County at Lawrence County.
Give me Lawrence.
Yeah, Lawrence.
Clay County at Leslie County.
Give me Clay County.
Yeah, I'm going to take Clay County.
Wise Central Virginia at Letcher Central.
Wait. Actually, I think they're going to get some mojo from the Tim Couch statue. Give me Leslie, David.
You want Leslie, seriously?
Yeah.
Clay County is unreal. And they're, no,
Kilburn's out. Yeah. I'll stick with Clay. Yeah, because I forgot. Yeah, Kilburn, and you seen last week, Colette's numbers did, go down without Kilburn out there. Just a little, but they did.
Wise Central Virginia at Letcher Central. Give me Letcher.
Big.
Rowan County at Mason County.
Give me Rowan.
Mason.
McGoffin County at Martin County.
Martin.
Shelby Valley at Perry Central.
Shelby Valley at Perry Central.
Yeah. WYMT game of the week.
Oh man.
I'm going Perry at home.
I go Perry.
I'm gonna go Perry, but listen, it's going to be there for Shelby Valley to win.
Yeah, I know, man. And I hate going against Ty, man. I really like him a lot, but I think Perry coming off that devastating loss and this at home.
Well, this game is winnable. This game is winnable because if Shelby Valley gets ahead early, if they can get a touchdown or two lead, then I don't know Perry Central with their ground and pound style if they can come back. So the big thing here is watch and see if Shelby Valley strikes first. If they can get a quick turnover at the beginning, or they can go down and score a couple times, they can get it to where Perry Central can't come back because of their style of play. What else we got?
Knox Central at Phelps.
Knox.
You said you wasn't picking it. You wasn't picking it. You said Phelps here on out.
I know not is pretty good though.
Betsy Lane. Listen, Knott was 3-0, but Betsy Lane. I think Betsy Lane let people know, what they were. They was 3-0, but they had a favorable schedule.
Right. Give me Phelps.
Oh, there you go, sticking to your guns.
Yep, give me Phelps. Come on, fellas, let's get it.
Yeah.
I got Knott.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Knott too in this one.
Belfry at Pikeville. Give me them Pirates, baby.
So 5 years running. Belfry was 19-1, I think, in the last 20 years until this last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it all started with Seth Pugh's long touchdown where he got behind the DBs on Pond Creek. That's where it started, and they have not lost since. Now, this is at Pikeville. Who you got?
Belfry. I mean, that's no brainer.
I just... normally,
this would be the year.
Yeah, normally, I thought, like I said this summer, I thought for sure Pikeville was going to win this, but after watching them this season, I have no doubt in my mind Belfry's going to go over there and get that win and end the streak.
I'm with you on that.
Nope.
Wes Carter at Powell County.
And listen, the is it?
Give me Powell.
Wes Carter at Powell.
Yeah, the Hell podcast. Them boys on the Hill, the Pikeville boys. I was on there the other day and got a bet. I don't know if he accepted it or not with Doug Powers. We bet whoever loses this has to shave their head. So,
well, I mean,
you win or lose. You're good.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
Well, they didn't even bring that up, so that tells me, the Belfast folks are a little bit smarter. I think I outsmarted them on that one. But no, they do a fabulous job. Heath and Doug and JR.
Yeah, they do a really good job over there.
But so we got Powell County and who? Who'd you say?
Wes Carter at Powell County.
And the Powell County, man, got all the momentum coming off that Pike Central win, but listen, I don't think they're ready for Coach Barker. I think Wes Carter gets the dub.
David took Powell, right?
Yeah.
Give me Wes Carter. Pike Central at Peaburg.
Give me Peaburg.
I'm going Peaburg.
I think, man, this right here, I would just about pick Pike Central, but I'm not going to because I got to call the game tomorrow. But this could be a trap game because next week, that Betsy Lane, both of them are ranked number 10 in the D&D Mountain Top 10. Then both of them's 4-0. They can go in 5-0 if they take care of business this week. This could be a trap game for Prestonsburg.
It could be.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go with Prestonsburg.
Paintsville at Warren, Ohio. Give me Warren, Ohio.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Warren.
Same here.
Morgan County at Western Hills.
Western Hills.
Western Hills.
Western Hills.
Now, didn't Western Hills, they had a player that's in the NFL right now, was it?
Wandale Robinson.
Rondell Robinson?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they also got a player that Alabama's been recruited. They got like 4 or 5 D1 guys. Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
He's going to Kentucky. He committed to Kentucky. Big D lineman.
Oh.
Spring Valley at Cabell Midland.
This is a tough one.
Give me Spring Valley. They're going to get Cabell Midland this year. Give me Spring Valley.
I'll take Spring too. After I watched Ironton lay a whooping on Midland at Marshall Stadium a couple weeks ago.
It's at Cabell Midland.
Yeah.
You're betting against Jason Bankston.
I know.
I think Spring Valley gets back on track with this one.
Nitro at Chapmanville. Give me Nitro.
Give me Nitro.
Listen, they are 9. Chapmanville is 9-0. Nitro's never beat Chapmanville.
Oh, really?
Never. Yeah, they're 0-9 against Chapmanville.
They got a stud quarterback.
They got a stud quarterback and receiver.
Yeah.
Malachi and Josh Moody.
Oh, is Moody up there?
Yeah. Yeah. And they got Littleton at running back. He's a stud.
Yeah, Josh Moody, they went in. They almost beat Scott in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, and they played close with Herbert Hoover.
Yeah.
Tiger. Taking the Ville.
Scott at Independence.
Give me Indy.
Give me Indy.
Yeah, I'm going to take Independence.
Polka at Logan.
Polka at Logan. I think Logan will get this. When I watch Polka play, they played Liberty Raleigh, and I watched. Of course, I watched Logan play also. I think Logan get this one.
I think Logan.
I know Polka's ranked up there pretty high, but they haven't played the caliber teams Logan's played.
Logan continues to knock on the door. I'm like you. I think this is the one that they get over the hump.
Yeah, and also too, Polka's got one of their top running backs. He's hurt. Yeah.
Give me Logan at the Island.
All right.
Man at Mingo Central.
Yeah, I don't vote this.
They got on the winning track last week, but this Man team, they got speed.
Trey Ward.
They got the athletes that can really get behind this Mingo Central defense, and it takes a lot of speed to get behind them. I just think right now, man has done it. I think man's where they should be right now. I think they lost that one to Westside against a very good Westside team, but I still right now, I think Mingo Central's in the rebuilding phases. I think they play it close, but I think the Hillbillies win.
I agree with you, Darryl. I think the Hillbillies come up here on Minor Mountain and take one.
Yeah, and that's the only thing. I think the Liberty Raleigh win, I think that was enough to give them the confidence to play this one close. But I just, right now, man's program, it's, I think they're going to have a sour taste in their mouth from that West Side. I think, talking to some players over there, they thought they was better than West Side. And I think coming up here, they've been waiting for this game because I think this is the year. I think, folks think that they're going to come up here and smack Mingo in the mouth. I don't think they're going to do that, but I think it's going to be closer than people think. I think they edge one out. I think it's going to come down again like the first two. It's going to be a close loss.
Winfield at Wayne.
Give me Wayne.
Give me Wayne.
Winfield.
At Wayne? Ooh.
Yep. Nah, listen, this Winfield team's good.
Pikeview at Westside. Give me Westside.
Westside. 1,000. Westside by 150.
What is it?
Westside.
Tupac says Westside is the best side. Yeah, Westside.
All right, let's jump into the college games this week. Ohio 2-1 at Kentucky 1-2. Kentucky is a 20-point favorite.
They cover.
Yeah, Kentucky covers.
Kentucky wins, but they don't cover. They never cover these games. Anytime they come in,
they did at the beginning of the year. They changed it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm still going with Ohio. 20 points. Kentucky wins, but give me the 20 points. Marshall at Ohio State. Ohio State's a 40-point favorite. I think Ohio State can beat them as much as they want to. Will they?
I don't think they cover.
I don't either. I don't think they cover, but give me Ohio State, though.
Did you see where Coach Huff offered free Tudor's Biscuit World?
Yeah, Ohio State players.
Lord, yeah, I seen that. I'm like, oh, Lord.
Like, they can give them all the money in the world, but come to Marshall, we'll give them NIL free Tudor's Biscuit World. I'm going to take Ohio State in the 40. Like I said, I think they can beat them by as much as they want to. Will they? I hope so. Kansas at West Virginia. West Virginia is a 2-point favorite.
I take West Virginia to cover.
Yeah, I think West Virginia covers.
I won last week. Y'all said they'd go into Pitt and win. I was the only one that took Pitt.
Yeah. Listen, they went in there and should have won.
Yeah, they did. Neil Brown always chokes that game.
I can't blame it on Neil. Can't blame it on Neil. I'm sorry. He there's a lot more on that staff get paid over $800, $1 million to make sure things get right. So
I think West Virginia takes this one too. Morehead State at Eastern Kentucky. Wow. EKU is a 34.5-point favorite.
I don't think they get them like that.
You don't think they cover?
No.
I don't either. Well, I took Montana over Morehead State.
That's Montana, though.
Montana wins the FBS.
I think EKU's going to win.
I think EKU will win, but I'll take the 34.5.
I think they
really?
cover.
No, I'm going to take the point.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
No, I think they cover.
You do?
I do. I think Morehead. Listen. At the end of the day, you're talking a school that has scholarships to a school that don't have scholarships. And that's tough.
UPike. I'm sorry, Darryl. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
UPike is a 6.5-point favorite at Faulkner.
How did UPike do last week?
They got beat again.
Cumberland
beat them.
Man,
pretty bad too.
This is tough, man, because the thing is, UPike's got a good team.
Yeah,
they're just not winning these ball games.
That quarterback, I think, what I heard last week, threw 4 or 5 picks.
Oh man,
Cumberland beat him. I think it was pretty bad. They was like 4
went from throwing 4 and 5 touchdowns to 4 and 5 picks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna still stick with it. I'm gonna go UPike.
I think UPike covers this too. I think they go to Alabama and get that 6.5, 7-point win.
Yeah, I think the Bears.
That's all of them, my brother.
Yeah. Okay, now, before we go to our last commercial break here, I'm going to give you the Massey ratings. Now, if you was in Kentucky this week, the Massey ratings become a big deal to a couple teams. It was LCA and somebody, forgot who it was, maybe Scott County. and they basically the Massey ratings fueled the fire, to say the least. And so take what you want on this, but the Massey ratings, this is sometimes they hit right on, and more times than not they are, but sometimes they don't. And but this week Ashland, 35.5-point favorite over Russell. A little higher, a little low.
35 over Russell.
I think it's about right.
It's about right. I'm with you, KJ.
Breathitt County, 1.5-point favorite over Hazard. Wow, I did not see that.
Nah.
I don't see them a 1.5-point favorite.
No.
Hey, I picked them to win, so I do see it.
Now,
because down at the river, I think Breathitt County's tough. Listen to me. They scored 30 points against Belfry. They put up almost 40 against JC. You don't think they can score with Hazard? If they can score on Johnson Central on Belfry's defense like that, you don't think they can score on Hazard's defense like that? They put up almost 40 against JC last week.
That's true, but I don't know.
Telling you,
I don't see Breathitt being a favorite.
They win that ball game at home.
Harlan is a 2.5-point favorite over Eastridge.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Lawrence County, 26.5-point favorite over Harlan County.
I'll take it.
Harlan County's what, 5A?
Yeah. Harlan County's down this year, though.
The Fairview, 21.5-point favorite over Green, Ohio.
I'll take that. I'll take that. That 500 something. Yeah, he got me a believer now.
Betsy Lane, 19.5 over Floyd Central.
Yeah, I take it.
Yeah.
I think they cover it.
Greenup County, 32.5 over Montgomery County.
I don't know much about Montgomery.
This is at the farm. Montgomery's they're not very good. They're a basketball school. Then Highlands versus Raceland, 35.5 point.
I'm with that.
I'll take it.
Going
up there around the Cincinnati line, you get them Ohio kids over in Highlands too.
Now, Clay County, 21.5-point favorite over Leslie.
I don't know much about Clay.
I do, and I take that. Clay is good.
I don't think they cover. I think the couch statue keeps them close.
I know back in the day.
Ain't no statue getting no juju.
Back in the day, Clay was always good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Mason County is a 31.5-point favorite over Rowan. I was the only one picked Mason.
As a what now?
31.5-point favorite over Rowan County.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. The Martin County, 22.5-point favorite over McGoffin. Perry.
I think Martin County wins that game, but if I was to bet that, I would take the spread. I think McGoffin County keeps it within 3 touchdowns. Yeah.
I don't know at the Rock, man. It being at the Rock, I don't know. If it was at Sayyersville, I would say yeah, but the Perry Central is a 21.5-point favorite over Shelby Valley. That's a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah. I don't know about that. I think Shelby Valley, because they can play some defense, man, and I just don't see that.
I don't either. I just don't think their style of play. I think that Shelby Valley will be able to keep it close just because they can sling the ball around.
Right.
But Russell, Knott Central is a 26.5-point favorite over Phelps.
David took his boys now.
Yep.
Hey, I told him I'm a ride with him. Yeah, but I see that Knott's pretty good. Phelps is still trying to find their way and things like that, but they're going to win the games they're supposed to win. Put it that way.
Who's the favorite in the Pikeville Belfry game? Do y'all think?
Favorite?
I think
Belfry.
I think Pikeville home.
Pikeville home.
Belfry.
7.5-point favorite. Pikeville.
Yeah.
Over Belfry.
I figured because they beat Pikeville.
West Carter, 16.5-point favorite over Powell County. Prestonsburg, 11.5-point favorite over Pike Central. Warren County, 23.5-point favorite over Paintsville. Western Hills is a 35.5 over Morgan County.
Yeah.
Cabell Midland is a 12.5-point favorite over Spring Valley.
That was wrong.
Cabell Midland?
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Nitro, 6.5-point favorite over Chapmanville on the road.
I think that's right. I think they beat them more by 6.5.
Independence, 20.5-point favorite over Scott.
No.
I don't think they're that much.
I think Indy wins that ball game.
Yeah,
they're not a 3-touchdown favorite.
No.
Polka, 14.5-point favorite over Logan.
No. Not Logan at home. No.
Winfield, 14.5-point favorite at Wayne.
No.
No, heck no.
Well, Wayne wins that game outright.
Yeah, I think they do too.
West Side, 40-point favorite over Pikeview.
Probably 50.
Probably beaten by 60.
And brings us to Mingo Central. And listen, the Massey rating guys are the biggest Miner fans in the world. 23.5-point favorite. Mingo Central. You guys have been a 30-point favorite in every game this year until this one.
Well, I mean, they go off of last year's stuff.
Yeah. And this one.
But we're a entirely different team than last year. But I believe in my guys. So let's rock and roll, baby.
That brings us to our last commercial break. We'll be right back as we do the final countdown. Come right back and join us here, guys, on Crunch Time.
Looking for a new pharmacy? Howard Family Pharmacy offers fast and friendly service and convenient drive-thrus at both locations.
Made in America. What does that mean? It means jobs. It means craftsmanship. And when it comes to Vaughan Bassett furniture, it means value. And Kemper recognizes that. That's why they've dedicated an entire gallery to Vaughan Bassett. Made in America. See the quality. And now, see the price. Come see your favorite Kemper store in Hazard, London, or Somerset.
Did you know same-day crowns are now available at Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Little Flower Dental Clinic? Same-day crowns. No more temporary impressions and wearing temporary crowns. Same-day crowns. Now available at Little Flower Dental Clinic. We also offer cleanings, fillings, extractions, root canals, and bridges. Call for an appointment today at 487-9505. We accept most major insurances, Medicare and Medicaid, and even a sliding fee scale. Little Flower Clinic, your medical home in the mountains.
Back here on Crunch Time with David and Darryl. David Jones, Darryl McCoy here with producer KJ as we are here in our final segment. And as we bring it up, want to give a shout out to the Williamson Wolfpack as they got the big victory today over Martin County.
Yeah, big shout out to them, and I want to give a big shout out to one of my pals. I actually train him. It's Fletcher Simpkins, man. He does a heck of a job. He's actually a QB. He plays safety too, but I train him, so I always get to checking up on him. It's actually Kurt Fletcher's grandson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's Jeff Simpkins' son.
Yeah, that's one of the starting quarterbacks on the state championship team.
Absolutely. So he get it honestly.
Yeah.
Jared, he was a heck of a Fletcher. He was a heck of a baseball player and stuff, but he get on. I'm telling you, this kid, I'm so ecstatic that he's back home in Williamson.
Yeah.
And like I said, he comes and trains with us up here.
Yeah.
And he's just a 6th grader.
His mom was a heck athlete cheerleader too. She could flip all over the place.
Yes. So Amy Fletcher.
Yeah.
Yep. So I mean, I always check up on him, see how he does, and I was messaging the whole time. Trying to check up on him how he did, and he got him a big pick tonight, so I'm very pumped.
They got the big win over Martin County, so that's an impressive win. As you sit there and look,
I do want to say this too. Jacob, he their OC over there.
Yeah.
He actually runs our stuff here. He dummy it down, but he runs. He used to be on staff up here at the high school, Jacob Staten.
Yeah.
And but they actually run our stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we see what it's done at Belfry.
Right.
I mean, if you can get them kids running that system, in 6th grade up.
When you get here, because you're already there, you know what Coach Jones wants to do with his staff.
Well, once he gets here, it's muscle memory.
Right, and then we got about 15 8th graders over there.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get the majority of those 8th graders here at Mingo and be successful.
Well, Joe Kendra says WVU secondary sucks. Mike Mullen says David.
Just be blunt, Joe.
Mike Mullen says David, I won't throw you under the bus. I'll pick Igor the win. Pick you. Said Igor the win. Gideon Jarvis says good luck, coach. Beat
Appreciate
the Billies. Says 21 isn't enough. Fairview name the score in that one. JJ Pruitt says I'm rolling with Coach Jones for my survivor pick this week. Perry
Appreciate
Central by a lot. Jimmy Johnson says. Jimmy Johnson, good to see Jimmy back on here.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Yeah, he's been gone last little bit. Then we see he says not Central running clock on Phelps. Gideon Jarvis says Belfry over Pikeville. Jimmy Johnson says Brandon Anthony going for 3 TDs and about 200 yards in the win for Pikeville.
Is he healthy? Because that's that'll be it's huge if he plays.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, I know that'll bring it up, but Belfry still get that.
I want to ask you something. 2 state titles for Isaac Duty. All right. You must take a quarterback right now to start your team. Are you taking Chase Varney or are you taking Isaac Duty?
Without my quarterback here at Mingo?
No, yeah, I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh, okay,
between
well, I'm
them
taking
two.
mine over all of them.
But between them two right there, do you take the guy that's got 2 state titles, or do you take the guy that's finally getting a chance to throw the ball around?
I'm taking Varney all day. Chase Varney all day.
What do you take?
I'm taking Varney.
Yeah. Varney could have always done what he's doing now. We've seen it. I've seen him do it several times, like just doing 7-on-7s or in camp or whatever. But he's always been in. He's athletic. He's more athletic than people give him credit for.
Don't get me wrong. I listen. I think Isaac Duty is a fabulous quarterback. I do. I think he's unbelievable. He's won 2 state titles. He is great.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I think if you put Chase Varney on that Pikeville team, you got a better chance of beating Johnson Central because he's a little more mobile, and I think if you give Chase Varney some weapons like Pikeville's got, I think that he could do more.
I think I think he got the more of the weapons.
Yeah.
Belfry is loaded when it comes to skill.
Speed. Belfry's got speed everywhere.
Well, Pikeville has they got the receivers, man. I mean, they got Mikey Hager, who is one of the best receivers. In it, and then you got the Braden Hall and Cole Sloan.
Yeah, Stevens kid.
So you got a very nice receivers room there, but that's just the interesting question. With Duty, right now, things got to get rolling for him, and Brandon Anthony, as he gets healthy, it's going to open up a lot more for Isaac Duty.
I agree.
I still think Isaac Duty will lead Pikeville to another championship and will be, next to Isaac McNamee. Isaac McNamee won, how many he win in a row?
3 or 4? I know 3 for sure.
Yeah, I think he won 3.
2, something like that.
And Isaac Duty.
Well, I think he just won 2 because Paints beat him one of them.
Yeah, he won.
Because I remember
2.
they did him and Scott did the Tom Brady Gronk. I love that. That was sweet. I love that.
I did too.
I think Paintsville got him once, didn't they, down there? Paintsville beat Pikeville in the state championship.
They did. I think so.
Yeah, they did. Paintsville got Pikeville once at the state championship game.
Yeah. I think that I think right there, Isaac Duty has a chance this year to be the most decorated Pikeville quarterback, I think, of all time.
Yeah.
With the third one. So interesting there. David Sparks says, pulling for my home team, Central, but hope Trey Ward has a good game.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Trey Ward's a stud. Just a little filter out there. His dad played for Gilbert back in the day. He actually played for Terry Joe Harrison that coaches up here, but he's a Gilbert boy.
Did not know that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just a little history throw out there.
A little homecoming.
Just a little homecoming for his pops. Get to see all his people and all that stuff. And great guy though too. His dad's a real great guy too.
Well, as we sit here and as coming down to the final things, let's big shout out to Leslie County as they unveiled the Tim Couch statue. And listen, nothing better to unveil it than with Landry Collette right there. The best quarterback since Couch.
Yeah, he's the next. I about to say he's up and coming, right?
Yeah. His stats, whenever it's all said and done, his stats it's gonna be unreal. I don't know that he'll ever pass Tim Couch,
right.
But he'll be up there. He'll be known as the second best quarterback I think ever come out of Leslie County.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, and imagine if Noah Kilburn could have stayed healthy.
Oh God, I know.
Yeah,
that hurts, man. And big shout out to Noah. He had surgery today, so everybody keep him in your prayers. Yeah, everybody keep him in your prayers, and hope you have just a clean, straight recovery and get to that Saturday games for him.
Jimmy Johnson gave us a little update there. He said Paintsville didn't beat him in the championship. That was the year Pikeville took the loss to Hazard in that huge upset in the first round.
Yes.
Okay. Appreciate that, Jimmy. Yeah, appreciate that, man. Yeah. 2020, he said he thanked.
Yeah, that was the COVID year. Yeah. And also prayers going out to Maddox Sarton, who had surgery too. He's trying to get back to 100% so he can get back ASAP, but surgery went well, and they thought it was a torn meniscus, but all of a sudden it wasn't. So he got really good news when he went.
Well, it was partial tour.
Yeah, was it partial?
Yeah. He's doing treatment right now, doing real good in it.
They thought it was going to be like 6 months,
right?
And now they're saying 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So big shout out, prayers going out to him, and as we also, who else? What else did we have on tap air?
You had the PRP versus Butler.
Oh, yeah. Check this out.
I've seen that.
Check this out.
Lord have mercy.
Just a bad look there, Coach Jones. It's you hate that. You hate that things got to that level because this is a situation that it's a black eye on everybody.
Yeah, man. Honestly, man, I just can't stand undiscipline. That's one big thing that I can't stand that. And I'm gonna fault the coaches in this because at the end of the day, we're responsible for things like that. These kids are going to reflect you. That's why I always kept harping on our guys last week. I'm like, when you guys getting these penalties, that's reflecting off of us.
Yeah.
And I don't talk to refs like that. Even in the heat of the moment, I don't talk to them like that. I may disagree with them, but I don't talk to them. I show them respect, and I understand that it's just a game. There's more to this than life. You know what I'm saying? And so I fought the coaches on that, man. And them kids in that moment right there lost everything.
Yeah.
And who needs it the most coming out of the city of Louisville? Them kids.
Yeah.
And they lost the most right there, and their whole career could be shut down after that.
If Coach Braun was recruiting one of them kids,
they're done.
Do you think they're off the board?
They're off the board. Yeah. I've talked to many coaches. It's about discipline. You know, and I always, that's why I say
no matter how good they are,
they don't care because you got the transfer portal now.
Yeah,
hey, this kid's a punk, or I can go to the transfer portal and get this kid that's already played. It is what they don't care. That's why you got to get your grades. You got to be a good kid in the community and in the school.
Yeah.
If I go to your teachers and ask, how's Jimmy John in this school?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a punk. He just talks. He always, negative. He's always late to school or whatever. They checking you off, man.
There's one or two kids that, in the mountains, and listen, it kills me to have to tell a coach, listen, you're probably best not to fool with that kid.
Yeah, I'm
telling
you.
me to say that. But there's some, listen, at the end of the day, these coaches got a job too, and if they bring players in like that, then they're probably not going to have a job. So you're not going to take a chance on a kid like that. Hopefully they get things righted this season, and I don't know what the KHSAA is going to do about this, but
I just hate it for them kids, but that moment right there affected everything. Now, if it was after the game, like you're already back in locker room, kids go out, that's a different story. Yeah. But while you're shaking hands on the field and
wearing your jersey,
that's coaches, man. Like you got to get grips of your team and stuff. And I'm not gonna say that's never gonna happen to me in my career, but if something though, you're gonna see me right in the middle of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And West Virginia, they don't the association, they don't SSAC, they don't have to worry about suspending them, or they're out of my program. Period. Yeah. So I would handle it myself.
Well, the definitely odd situation there. Real quick, statistical leaders. Brady Johnson leads in passing yards, 1,072. He is tied with Max Pelfrey as the number one passers in the mountains, 1,072 yards. And listen, I want to give props to some programs here in the mountains, Coach Jones. We talked the last couple of weeks about how important it is to get stats up. Some programs that was, a week late, or some programs that was waiting until Thursday, they had theirs up on Sunday. Hats off to these programs. Now you're seeing your kids get all the publicity for because of that. So hats off to you guys that, a lot of coaches, they're not going to listen to anything that the media says or anything like that. And and listen, nor should they. But in a situation like this, hats off to the ones that are like, okay, we get it. And
I'm blessed to have Joe Kinzer.
Yeah.
Joe Kinzer, I have my stats after the game. He comes here, Coach, you had this. And when we had all those penalties coming here, you had this.
I'm telling you, man, he's the best.
He's the best, man. I'm blessed to have him. That's why you seeing our kids getting these opportunities, being ranked and all that. He's over our maps preps. He's over sending it out to all these news outlets and all that. Like he's my guy, man. I'm blessed to have him.
He's got one of them minds that does not forget.
And it don't shut off.
No, it does keep going.
Speaking of Isaac Duty and Chase Varney, right now Isaac Duty has 741 passing yards, sitting at 5th. Chase Varney sitting at 6th with 668. So impressive there. Passing completions, Max Pelfrey has 67, Rhett Holbrook 64. Isaac Duty and Chase Varney also at 5th and 6th. Isaac Duty has 45 pass completions. Chase Varney has 44.
Wow.
Yeah, so right behind him. Then let's see, Caden Vance, I think, is the only West Virginia kid on this list. You're starting to see the West Virginia kids move up as weeks go on. And hats off to Gunnar Holbrook, 40 completions too. Passing TDs, Jace Manning, went from having 3 to now he leads number 1 on the list with 11 touchdown passes. Max Pelfrey with 10. And let's see, Tyson Salmons is tied for 5th with A.J. Johnson, Rhett Holbrook, LeBryant Strader, and Devin Maynard all have 8. Landry Collette is 3rd with 9. Then rushing yards, Andrew McCutcheon, Betsy Lane. He has 73 carries for 854 yards. Johnson Central, hats off. Listen, exactly what we talked about. Zach McCourt would not have been mentioned in this. Now he's ranked number 2 on this list with 654 on 73 carries. Then Tyson Salmons, quarterback, 40 for 534. Let's see, do we got any? Jeremiah Austin from Belfry is sitting at 6th with 499. Any West Virginia? Tug Valley's Bryson Eli sitting at 9th, 66 for 459. And I got to think Dylan Vance is probably right behind there somewhere. Yeah, probably in that 11 to 15 range. Rushing TDs, Andrew McCutcheon has 12, leads the list. And Caden Vance has 8. Jeremiah Austin has 8. Devin Maynard has 8. Memphis Blankenship has 8. They're all tied for second. And then tied for third is Tyson Salmon, Zach McCourt, and Landry Collette with 7 apiece. Now, receptions, Gavin Johnson has 30. Anderson Loffer, 21. Cole Hicks from Boyd County has 19. And as you go down, let's see any other notable ones here. J.B. Woolham has 15. Tug Valley's Cameron Sloan sets at 7th with 16. Then, let's see, Pikeville's Mikey Hager has 14. So hats off to them cats. Receiving yards, Gavin Johnson again, 491 yards, leads all these receiving categories he's leading. Then you go down, let's see, Kyler Canada from Westside has 5. Mikey Hager has, Kyler Canada's at 5th. Mikey Hager's at 6th with Pikeville with 287 receiving yards. And let's see, Julian Stafford from Martin County has 245. He is tied for 10th. Now, going receiving TDs, Anderson Loffer has 6. Thomas Crawford from Boyd County has 5. And then you go down, Noah Kilburn still tied for 3rd with 4. And hats off to him. And then Fairview's Isaac Johnson has 4. He's also tied at 3rd. Tackles, Hunter Hilton and Crayson Lafferty has caught him. They both have 59 tackles on the year. And let's see, Boyd County's Eric Germain has 58. Pikeville's Jeremiah Anderson, 47. Lucas Howard has 46. Brendan Anthony has 45. He's 9th. Then you got Jaden Justice is tied for 10th with Braden Holland from Leslie County with 44. And I got to think, do we know what Keith Struthers is? I know he leads 2A.
Yeah, he's him, Jacob, and Tegan. They're up there. They'll be on there next week.
Yeah, next week.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I was waiting but they're probably going to be up in like the 3 and stuff like that. They got a lot. So
all these has got 44 right now
right.
is the number to beat to get in the top 10. And then PAT kicks, Belfry's Nick Savage, soccer star there, has 20 PA point after attempts. And then let's see, Johnson Central's Corey Hammond is 5th. Bo Bakken is the kid that listen, when you talk kickers and you say one kicker, if you had one kicker to bet your life on a kick, Bo Bakken for Perry Central might be the one I choose.
Yeah,
he's unbelievable.
Money, yeah,
he's got a leg. But that rounds it out, Coach Jones. Another great show here. Big day coming up tomorrow as you got the Man Hillbillies. You're welcoming them up to Minor Mountain, and hopefully, you can get the win, you can get the dub, get that win behind you, and move on to the following week. Get back to 500.
Yep.
And I just wish you the best of luck, and I know producer KJ and Coach May will be up here on the call on that one. And big shout out, and want to remind everybody, listen, whether you can stay for the game or what, stop by, buy concession, do stuff like that to support these programs during this game. It takes a second to run in, buy a hot dog.
Yeah, and you can support on our home side. You can support the football program, and then on our visitor side, you can support our cheerleading program. We got different.
Is that what?
Different programs. And that's how we get our money here in West Virginia and stuff. So make sure you support either side. Don't matter. As long as it's kids getting supported, support them.
Yeah, that's that. Well, absolutely, guys. Come up here, buy you some hot dogs, enjoy the game. And again, Mingo Central is the number one show in high school football right now, as we've had 2 Mingo Central games that have reached 60,000 plus views, and then last week it was I think around 25,000. So
that's why everybody hate it because hey, come join the party if you don't like it.
That's it. But guys, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Tomorrow night, Friday Night Football here on D&D Sports Network, we'll have the Logan Bank and Trust game of the week will be Mingo Central versus Man. The Citizens Bank game of the week will be Prestonsburg versus Pike Central. And then Friday Night Football on D&D Sports Network will be Chapmanville versus Nitro. So those will be the 3 games we got. We look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night. Until next time, so long.